we'll be looking at some of the visa application requirements in terms of documents that you will need as you start your visa application. So someone reached out to me and they just wanted to know what are some of the general documents they will need so that they can set them aside and start their visa application. I had so much to share that I wondered why not make a whole video out of this, and this is why I'm here today. What's going to be so interesting about this video is that I will be sharing things that I did to go the extra mile in terms of my application. So stay tuned for that. Hi, my name is McKenna. I'm an international student currently studying in Canada from the 254. In this channel, I share content on student immigration to Canada and international student experience. If this is something that sparks your interest in any way, please subscribe. And I say this, please subscribe. I have tons of views on my previous videos, but I just don't have the same number of subscribers. I don't expect the same number of subscribers, but guys, please subscribe. Like, I'm even going to just pause. I'm taking a pause. I'm waiting for you guys to subscribe. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Anyway, yes, please subscribe. Please comment. Comments like this lead to videos, so please comment, please like, please share if you think this content will value anyone who's looking to apply, or just share the content if you feel like it's gonna value someone. So let's look at today's video. Oh, on a side note, I also started a Telegram group that is just gonna help people who are going through the application process not to feel so lonely and so alone. So if you're interested in this, please reach out to me on DM. My Instagram is down in the description. Reach out to me on DM and we see if we can get you in this Telegram group. Okay, so let's start off today's video. First off, we have the application forms. So there are two forms you'll be required to fill in during this process. The first is the family information form. This is a rather simple form to fill in. It's straightforward, just requesting some family details here and there. Give it 20 minutes tops, you will be done with this form. The second is your visa application form. Well, this one, it's a rather sensitive file. It's longer and it's rather sensitive, so you might probably have browser problems downloading it. So I'd suggest, if you're constantly just trying to download it and nothing is happening, consider going to a cyber. Those guys can really help you with those applications. Second is your proof of acceptance. So what do they expect in terms of your proof of acceptance? You will submit your letter of acceptance or your conditional acceptance. So letter of acceptance is coming from your designated learning institution. If you've not watched that video on designated, I'm just gonna throw it in there. If you've not watched that video on designated learning institution, please go watch it. I'll just tag it up here. So your LOA from your designated learning institution, or a conditional acceptance. Conditional acceptance, I just came across this term yesterday, like as I was reviewing this video and researching on this video. So your conditional acceptance is an acceptance on the condition that you finish some prerequisite courses. So you'll be accepted to the program, however you'll be told you can't come to this program until you finish these courses. What RCC promises is that they will grant you a study permit that will be long enough for the duration of the courses that you're supposed to take in prerequisite, plus an extra year. So at some point you'll be required to renew your study permit. I just thought I should share this in here. I had no idea about this, so it was a nice find. So if you, in the case that you're having a conditional acceptance, that is also required, or rather that is also accepted. Who is exempted from the proof of acceptance? In this case, it would be, say you're traveling with family, people who are coming with someone who has a study permit or a work permit. They are exempted from any proof of acceptance. So I also promised that I'll also be sharing ways in which I went the extra mile with my application. So in terms of this docket, when it came to providing proof of acceptance, I provided not only my letter of acceptance, I also provided the breakdown of costs that I got from the school. I also provided the payment acknowledgement for my first semester fee, and I also provided the program requirements. So if you feel like you'd want to do this like I did it, it's okay. But if you feel like I did too much, it's also okay. So yeah, you can just pinpoint, you can just pick out things that you think would be useful. But this is what I put together as far as my proof of acceptance. The third docket is your proof of identity. Here is where you're going to provide your passport and 2 passport sized photos, current passport sized photos. In my case, how I went above and beyond was in the docket of passport. I not only provided my current passport, but I also provided my old passport because I wanted to give travel information. And this was a new passport. I had no travel history on that passport, so I thought it best to provide my old passport in order to give travel information. So again, if you want to pick this, it's okay. If you don't want to pick this, it's still okay. And for the fourth docket, which is highly anticipated, the proof of financial support. So let's first see what IRCC has to say. So according to IRCC, you can prove your funds with first, proof of a Canadian bank account in your name if you've transferred money to Canada. The second, guaranteed investment certificate from a participating Canadian financial institution. The third, proof of a student or education loan from a bank. Fourth, your bank statements for the past 4 months. 5, a bank draft that can be converted to Canadian dollars. 6, proof you paid tuition and housing fees. 7, a letter from the person or school giving you money. And last but not least, proof of funding paid from within Canada. So if you have a scholarship or are in a Canadian funded education program. So how I went above and beyond, this is more of a suggestion than me going above and beyond. I'd say in terms of sponsors, parents, guardians, whoever is sponsoring your pay, if you're not the one who's sponsoring yourself, I'd consider also not only providing bank statements, but I would suggest also including tax returns and pay slips. Pay slips can help in terms of proof of employment in the case that say your guardian or your sponsor or your parent is employed still. So last but not least, we have the client information, sometimes known as the other information. This can sometimes be passed as irrelevant considering it's optional, but I have to say this is important, if not the most important part, because this is where you're going to include your letter of explanation, which is basically a letter that holds together your whole application. You do not want to miss out on that. It is very, very, very important to have that. Here you can also include other documents that can help support your letter of explanation. For example, if you say you've done a degree or you finished your KCSE, you can look into providing certificates, say your high school certificates or your degree certificate. Also, you can include a resume or a recommendation letter. I'd say these things go a long way in your application. I can't stress the importance of a letter of explanation enough. That is why in my next video, I'll be talking about the letter of explanation or the study plan or the SOP. So please, 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 please subscribe so that you can be notified when I drop that video. Also like, share and comment. If you want to reach me, my socials are down. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're looking forward to the next videos like I am. Till next time, bye.